Hello, and welcome to my channel, The Ideas of Words. And today, we'll be talking about a novel called The Agony and the Ecstasy by Irving. Published around 1961, the book is a biographical novel that covers the life story of Michelangelo, from his youth to old age, showing his trials and achievements during his time. I believe the main reason why I started reading this book was my overall interest in Michelangelo. Michelangelo is to me the greatest artist that has ever lived. His sculptures and artwork is otherworldly. His God-given talent and drive to succeed and for perfection was really interesting, especially within this book, as the author really drives details into his mindset of how he made his art. The author does an amazing job showing his love for art and how committed he was, and really helped bring Michelangelo back to life. The novel displays his youth and how Michelangelo always wanted to be an artist as a child. His ambition was always to be an artist. His father rejected that at first, but it did not stop him from pursuing his dreams. He then joined an apprenticeship under an art studio with teacher Ghirlandaio, which taught him painting, but soon lost interest with that and then moved to sculpture, where he believed that was his true calling. He was then sent to a famous historical figure, Lorenzo de' Medici, the de facto ruler of Florence, as an apprentice to live under his palace, where he lived and studied. Michelangelo studied under his tutor, Bertaldo, who helped him master his technique in sculpture. What I found so interesting in the novel was how Michelangelo looked up to Lorenzo, even describing how Lorenzo treated him like family during his stay. The writing of his emotions come to light, especially of Lorenzo's untimely death. It was during this time where he was able to produce his first sculptures, including the Madonna on the Stairs and the Battle of the Centaurs, just at the age of 17. As you can see, each piece representing his incredible skill and potential of what's next to come. After that, the story continues where Michelangelo departs from the palace. Soon after, he takes a risky step where he starts dissecting corpses at the Church of Santo Spirito to deepen his understanding of the human anatomy and to demonstrate his commitment to his craft. After Savonarola divides the city, the Medici palace is attacked. He departs Florence and travels to Bologna, where he quickly develops romantic feelings for a woman named Clarissa. Shortly after, he travels to Rome, where he receives an invitation to create a new sculpture there from a cardinal, who is impressed by his artwork. While living in Rome, Michelangelo sculpts one of his most famous pieces of work, the Pieta, his first masterpiece. The author does a great job on portraying Michelangelo's struggles and triumphs on making this artwork, and gives great detail on the art of sculpture. He soon travels back to Florence, where he joins an art competition and then makes arguably the greatest piece of artwork, the David sculpture, which ultimately rises him to fame. The sculpture is held in great esteem and shows Michelangelo's determination and imagination. It is still crazy to think that he just made this at the young age of 26. Truly shows how blessed he really was. Michelangelo also had a couple of rivalries along the way, including the great Leonardo da Vinci and another world-renowned artist, Raphael. The book does a great job of showing the relationship and the competition that these individuals had together, helping you understand the history much better, especially Michelangelo's feelings toward Raphael, which I found rather interesting. The novel then describes Michelangelo going to an area he rather disliked, and that was painting the Sistine Chapel. He is soon given an assignment from Pope Julius II to paint the Sistine Chapel, which in the novel, and in real life, he did not want to do. Even though Michelangelo had conflicts with the Pope, he still pushed through the job, and was able to create a masterpiece, and painted one of the most recognizable pieces of art, the Creation of Adam. As Michelangelo ages, he accepts a new job sent by Pope Clement VII to paint the Last Judgment in the Sistine Chapel. He also finishes the burial tomb for Pope Julius II, which is another piece of masterful work by Michelangelo, with the sculpture of Moses being the standout piece in the work. The book then draws near the end of his life, where Michelangelo starts to move to a new art form, and that is poetry. He wrote numerous poems in his life, especially to his close friend, Tommaso. Soon after, Michelangelo's strength starts to go, and his friends and family wish him goodbye. Michelangelo passes away at an old age of 88. Overall, the book was fantastic, and I would recommend it to anyone interested in Michelangelo's life, or art in general. The novel does an excellent job on bringing the characters to life, and keeping readers engaged throughout. This novel is undoubtedly one of the best historical fiction novels I've ever read. Here are two of my favorite quotes in the novel. "Talent is cheap. Dedication is expensive. It will cost you your life. No man is born into the world whose work is not born with him." Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video.